How many times have you felt that, in order to be heard, you had to speak louder or even shout? We live in an age where noise seems to dominate, where opinions are hurled like arrows, and where silence is often seen as weakness. But what if I told you that silence is actually a sign of strength? That true wisdom is not found in noise, but in the calm that comes from a serene heart? In Proverbs 17 verses 27 to 28, God's word teaches us that the one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. Silence, therefore, is not for the faint-hearted. It is a treasure reserved for those who know that self-control is the first step towards conquering the world around them. In this video, I want to invite you on a journey of self-discovery. I'll be sharing 7 transformative benefits that silence can bring to your life, benefits that go far beyond what you might imagine. Together, we will explore how silence can be the key to unlocking wisdom, strengthening your relationships, and helping you achieve the success you so desire. Before we dive into these teachings, remember the words of Ecclesiastes 3 verse 7, "There is a time to be silent and a time to speak." Today, we will understand the power of staying silent at the right moment and discover how this principle can be applied in our daily lives to transform us. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, take this opportunity to do so, leave a like, and share this video with those who need to hear this message. Let's embark on this journey together towards a more balanced and purposeful life. Benefit 1. Enhanced observation. The first benefit that silence brings is the ability to see what others do not, to notice details that go unnoticed by most. When you choose silence, it's as if you are fine-tuning your senses to capture the nuances and small signals around you. It's what the Bible refers to as being attentive. In James 1 verse 19, we read, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak and slow to become angry." When we silence ourselves, we create more space to truly listen, rather than just hear. Silence helps us develop a sharp vision, like that of an eagle that sees from afar what others cannot. Imagine being in an important conversation, and while others are talking endlessly, you remain silent, paying attention to every word, every facial expression, every shift in tone. While everyone else is busy speaking, you are absorbing valuable information. This gives you an advantage, the ability to act based on a deeper understanding of the situation. The Stoic philosophers taught that silence is a fence around wisdom, and this resonates directly with biblical wisdom. When we learn to stay quiet, we gain time to reflect, which makes us better observers. In an era of constant distractions, silence is like a beam of light that highlights what truly matters, helping us distinguish the essential from the trivial. In our everyday lives, this practice can be applied in various areas. At work, when we need to understand what is truly being asked of us; in our relationships, where silence helps us hear not just the words, but what lies behind them; and even in our spiritual life, where through silence, we can hear God's voice more clearly. As Psalm 46 verse 10 tells us, "Be still, and know that I am God." This is the invitation to quiet our worries and listen to divine wisdom. Benefit 2. Control over emotions. The second benefit of silence is gaining mastery over our emotions. Often, we find ourselves in situations of conflict, heated arguments, or moments of stress where we react impulsively, without considering the consequences of the words we are about to utter. The Bible teaches us in Proverbs 29 verse 11, "Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end." Silence is the tool that allows us to step back, take a deep breath, and assess the situation before acting. It acts as a filter that separates immediate, impulsive reactions from measured and controlled responses. Imagine a ship's captain in a storm. If he acts hastily and without discernment, he might lose control of the ship and be swept away by the waves. Similarly, when we face emotionally charged situations, silence helps us anchor our emotions, giving us the opportunity to think before we act. In that moment, we can regain our composure and choose our words wisely, avoiding future regrets. Jesus, through his example, demonstrated the importance of silence on many occasions. During his trial, in the face of unjust accusations, he remained silent, Matthew 27 verses 12 to 14, showing that strength is not always found in answering back, but in trusting God and maintaining serenity. When you practice silence, you can hear God's voice in your heart, discerning whether your emotions are justified and learning to control them instead of being controlled by them. In this way, silence becomes a shield that protects your inner peace and enables you to face any storm with wisdom. Benefit 3: Conservation of energy. Silence also plays a fundamental role in conserving our energy. Often, we do not realize it, but we waste our strength by getting involved in pointless arguments, talking excessively, or trying to solve every problem at once. This drains our energy, leaving us exhausted and without the disposition for the tasks that truly matter. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 13 verse 3, "Those who guard their mouths preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly come to ruin." In other words, by speaking less, we conserve our energy and avoid unnecessary exhaustion. Think of your energy as a limited resource, like the battery of a mobile phone. If you leave too many apps open, it will drain quickly. Similarly, when we engage in purposeless conversations or spend our words thoughtlessly, we are, in fact, depleting our life force. Silence acts as an energy-saving mode, helping you reserve your strength for the things that truly matter. Jesus gives us a clear example of this practice in his life. On several occasions, he would withdraw to solitary places to pray and renew his strength, Luke 5 verse 16. This shows that even the Son of God understood the need to conserve his energy to fulfill his purpose. Likewise, we need to learn to switch off for a moment, using silence to recharge our energy and prepare ourselves for the challenges ahead. Silence is, therefore, a recharging station for our soul, ensuring that we do not run out of strength when we truly need it. Benefit 4: Clearer decision-making. The fourth benefit of silence is the ability to make decisions with greater clarity and wisdom. When we are surrounded by noise, whether external or internal, our mind becomes overloaded, making it difficult to discern what truly matters. Silence, on the other hand, acts like a compass guiding the way. It helps us pause, reflect, and ponder before taking action. In Psalm 46 verse 10, God invites us to be still and know that I am God. This act of being still is essential for gaining clarity and understanding the direction we need to take. Imagine being lost in a dense, dark forest. If you move quickly without thinking, you risk getting even more lost. But if you stop and listen carefully, you might hear the subtle sounds indicating the right direction. Similarly, silence allows us to hear that inner voice that guides us, while also making space to listen to God's guidance. When we quiet ourselves, we allow the Lord's wisdom to manifest in our decisions. James 1 verse 5 reminds us, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all." Silence is a moment of pause where we can seek this divine wisdom. In today's world, we are often pressured to make quick and immediate decisions, but rushed decisions frequently lead to disastrous outcomes. Silence functions as a laboratory where we can analyze our options, weigh the pros and cons, and align our choices with our values and goals. By incorporating silence into your decision-making process, you will navigate more safely, avoid mistakes, and follow the right path with conviction. Benefit 5: Building authority. The fifth benefit is the power silence has to establish authority and respect. Society often associates authority with those who speak loudly and frequently. However, true authority is not measured by the number of words, but by the weight they carry. In Proverbs 10 verse 19, God's word reminds us, "Sin is not ended by multiplying words, but the prudent hold their tongues." This means that those who know when to speak and when to remain silent demonstrate greater wisdom and earn the respect of others. Consider a leader in a meeting. If he speaks constantly, his words lose impact. But if he uses silence wisely, choosing the right moments to speak, his words will be heard with greater attention and respect. Silence acts as an amplifier of authority, making every spoken word appear important and worthy of being heard. Just as Jesus often spoke in parables and knew exactly when to remain silent and when to speak, we can learn to use silence to communicate our message more effectively. Silence also demonstrates self-control and mastery over oneself, qualities that are highly respected. When you speak only when necessary, you convey confidence and project a strong, calm presence. Ecclesiastes 9 verse 17 says, "The quiet words of the wise are more to be heeded than the shouts of a ruler of fools." This shows that authority is not earned through noise, but through the wisdom and serene presence that silence brings. Benefit 6. Avoiding unnecessary conflicts. The sixth benefit of silence is its ability to avoid conflicts that do not need to happen. Many times, misunderstandings begin with hasty words and impulsive reactions. When we choose silence, we use a powerful tool to diffuse tension and maintain peace. Proverbs 15 verse 1 teaches us, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." In other words, by practicing silence in moments of potential conflict, we are choosing a response that promotes peace instead of fueling discord. Think of silence as a strategic pause in a chess game. Before making the next move, you stop, observe, and reflect. This reduces the chances of making a wrong move and falling into a trap. In life, this pause allows us to assess the situation with a calm mind, avoiding arguments and disputes that would lead nowhere. Jesus also gave us the example of avoiding unnecessary conflicts, often responding with silence or measured words in the face of accusations and provocations, John 8 verses 6-8. He did not engage in useless disputes but acted with wisdom and serenity. In our daily lives, silence can be used to calm tempers and dissipate tension before a bigger problem develops. It's like extinguishing a spark before it becomes a fire. By choosing silence, you become a peacemaker, someone who promotes harmony and prevents conflicts from escalating. As Ecclesiastes 3 verse 7 says, "There is a time to be silent and a time to speak, and knowing how to discern between these moments is a sign of maturity and wisdom." Benefit 7. Gaining respect. The seventh and final benefit of silence is its capacity to earn the respect of others. Many people believe that to be respected, they need to always be talking, asserting themselves, or defending their opinions. However, silence demonstrates self-confidence, strength of character, and humility. In James 3 verse 2, we read, "We all stumble in many ways. Anyone who is never at fault in what they say is perfect, able to keep their whole body in check." The ability to control one's words is a sign of self-mastery, a quality that naturally commands respect. Imagine a wise elder who speaks only when there is something important to say. Their words are awaited with anticipation and listened to with attention. On the other hand, someone who speaks constantly and without a filter may lose credibility and the impact of their words. Silence gives a special weight to everything you say because people know that you speak with purpose, not just for the sake of talking. This kind of self-control makes others see you as a person of wisdom, someone whose opinions are worth listening to. Jesus showed us how silence can be a form of dignity and gain respect. During his trial, he remained silent in the face of many accusations, demonstrating that he did not need to justify himself before men because his trust was in God, Matthew 27 verses 12-14. Silence can be a powerful testimony of our confidence and faith. Instead of engaging in endless arguments or seeking approval at all costs, we can choose to be people who lead by example, with a calm presence and a well-timed word. Thus, silence becomes a powerful tool for gaining respect that comes from character and wisdom. ***, throughout this journey, we have explored the 7 transformative benefits of silence. We have seen that, far from being a sign of weakness, silence is an act of power, wisdom, and self-control. It enhances our ability to observe, helps us master our emotions, conserves our energy, sharpens our decision-making, builds our authority, avoids unnecessary conflicts, and earns us respect. God's word confirms this truth, showing that there is a time to be silent and a time to speak, Ecclesiastes 3 verse 7, and that those who control their tongues are truly wise. In a world that invites us to speak more and listen less, silence is an act of resistance. It allows us to see what others do not, maintain peace amidst storms, and act with discernment. Therefore, do not view silence as an absence, but as a strong presence, a tool that can lead you to a fuller and more balanced life. May we, with God's help, learn to be silent more and listen better, because it is in silence that we often find the answers we are seeking. If this message has touched your heart and brought you a new perspective on the power of silence, don't hesitate to share this wisdom with others. Subscribe to our channel for more content that will build your life and inspire you to grow in faith and wisdom. Click the like button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Your participation is essential for this message to reach even more people who, like you, seek a more meaningful life. Thank you for staying with us until the end. I hope this reflection has been valuable to you and that, from today onwards, you can apply the benefits of silence in your daily life. May God bless your journey and strengthen you to be the protagonist of your own story. See you in the next video. Until then, may peace be with you.